What if the rhythm that grounds you and the melody that lifts you were never meant to be separate, and the only way to find your true sound is to stop performing for the world and start listening to the silence between the notes? In When Rythem Met Harmonii, Taurus Sole delivers a musical romance that transforms the creative partnership trope into a profound exploration of artistic identity and emotional resonance, proving that true harmony isn't about perfect pitch. It's about the terrifying vulnerability of letting someone else shape your song without losing your voice. This isn't merely another music industry romance with backstage drama. It's a lyrical, emotionally precise narrative where every chord progression mirrors internal healing. Intimacy requires tuning to frequencies others can't hear, and love means composing something new from the fragments of who you used to be. From the first bass thrum narration, listeners are immersed in a world where sound carries memory, and every collaboration feels like both revelation and risk. Perfect for fans of artistically rich romance and stories where creativity and connection intertwine, this audiobook serves up soulful authenticity, relentless emotional honesty, and a bond so resonant it redefines what it means to be in sync. When reclusive producer Rythem Carter agrees to work with rising R&B vocalist Harmony James on her debut album, he expects professional distance, not to discover her voice unlocks melodies he spent years suppressing in his own compositions. But as they navigate studio sessions and industry pressures, Ry realizes this collaboration isn't about crafting hits. It's about confronting how his trauma silenced his artistry long before he ever touched a mixing board. Sole masterfully avoids reducing Ry to tortured genius or Harmony to muse. Instead, she crafts a relationship rooted in mutual creation, where consent is negotiated through sonic boundaries and intimacy emerges from honoring each other's artistic autonomy rather than demanding fusion. The audiobook narration amplifies this emotional alchemy, capturing Ry's guarded precision softening into receptive flow, and Harmony's vibrant confidence revealing depths beneath stage persona. You don't just hear their music evolve, you feel the seismic shift of two artists learning that true duet requires space as much as synchronization. What elevates When Rythem Met Harmonii beyond typical music romances is its nuanced portrayal of creative partnership as co-regulation rather than consumption. Ry isn't merely producing Harmony's sound, he's confronting how his perfectionism became armor against feeling, challenging the notion that excellence requires emotional erasure. Harmony doesn't inspire him through talent alone, she creates space where his imperfections can exist without judgment, honoring his process even as her own vision expands. Their relationship evolves through acts of radical reciprocity, sharing silence during late-night mixes that bypass ego, setting boundaries that protect both artistic integrity and personal healing, and defending each other from labels who mistake vulnerability for marketability. Supporting characters add vital texture, fellow musicians whose loyalty masks envy, executives whose praise reflects commodification, even the studio itself rendered as sacred space whose acoustics absorb decades of unexpressed emotion. Every interaction reinforces the novel's core truth. In industries built on extraction, authenticity is rebellion, and presence is the only true instrument. Even the musical mechanics serve thematic depth, with tempo shifts mirroring emotional pacing, and key changes becoming metaphors for necessary transformation. For audiobook listeners, this production is pure auditory immersion with soul. The narrator embodies Ry and Harmony with remarkable distinction. Ry's voice carries measured calm laced with dawning openness, while Harmony's tone holds vibrant warmth beneath layers of protective discipline, making their chemistry palpable even in stillness. Sound design enhances atmosphere without overwhelming intimacy. Distant synth pads marking emotional transitions, rain against studio windows during vulnerable confessions, the hushed click of faders syncing with breath during moments of clarity, all anchor artistic stakes in sensory reality. Pacing mirrors the rhythm of creation, deliberate during composition and reflection, then surging with urgency as external deadlines collide with internal breakthroughs. Whether you're commuting through city noise or unwinding in twilight solitude, the audiobook creates a portable studio where slowness feels sacred and presence feels like gift. It's storytelling as embodied validation, transforming passive listening into active participation in a love story that honors both art and heart. Ultimately, When Rythem Met Harmonii redefines musical romance by centering Black artistic expression within relational frameworks. It satisfies genre cravings for satisfying chemistry and hopeful resolution, while delivering substantive commentary on creative trauma, industry exploitation, and the radical act of building partnerships based on mutual evolution rather than rescue. No prior series knowledge is needed. It stands confidently as a complete emotional odyssey. If you've ever wondered whether love can thrive in competitive spaces, or if true artistry requires softness, this audiobook will affirm that sometimes the most powerful performance is choosing to be real when everyone expects perfection. Press play, lower the volume on expectation, and prepare to believe that even in lives shaped by noise, hearts still find ways to resonate.
Your next favorite romance isn't waiting in chart-topping success. It's waiting in the brave, trembling choice to create something true, together.